be on YouTube?
All right. Will this be on YouTube? Yes, it is on YouTube. Welcome. This is a fun Sunday random stream.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are watching this, if you are receiving this replay on YouTube, hello, welcome from the past.
From the past.
Hello, future. Yeah. How is everybody doing? Anybody here?
Michi.
We never announced that we were going live. We're not even supposed to be live right now. Hey, Stardust.
Secret stream.
First, almost. Michi,
Almost.
Lexi, how do you manage to do it, Lexi? How do you always find our stream, no matter when we stream, no matter where we stream, no matter what we're doing?
Gets notifications. Do you get notifications?
There is a Lexi in the chat almost immediately.
Yeah.
Unless you just spend 24/7 on TikTok and are just constantly scrolling. YouTube tells me, big fan, been here from the start. The start.
Awesome.
What is the start?
Like what month?
What was the start?
Truly know if you're here from the start. I'm kidding. Either way,
secret stream? Not necessarily a secret stream. I mean, hello, Fico Riggs, Star Pebs. How is everybody doing today? Sunday, huh?
Sunday.
The year of our Miki 2025, September 28th.
This is how Miki imagines herself to be.
Is it?
I'm kidding. No, I'm just doing a random doodle.
May, hello.
Hello.
What's everybody up to?
How's everyone's Sunday and weekend?
We could update content updates.
You know, I feel like I need to do a full body. I'm always stuck in art block. Any tips to help me get out? Foundation. I know that's not necessarily the best answer, but a lot of time you can be stuck because maybe you have a lack of skill and you get discouraged. And sometimes like that demotivates you from practicing. So I would say if you learn more foundation and understand the principles of drawing and art, it will actually be a lot easier to get out of art block. Like there'll be times where I don't feel like drawing, but because foundation happened, I have pretty good foundation, the drawing doesn't turn out too bad, and then it motivates me a bit more. That's one way to get out of art block.
It depends what causes your art block. I mean, art block is kind of just generic term that a lot of people use. Some people will be in the hospital and be like, I have art block, when in reality they just can't draw because maybe their like arms are broken or something.
Oh no.
So like, I would say try to figure out exactly like what is the art block, right? Is it you can't figure out anything to draw? Do you get discouraged because you feel like nothing's turning out?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, have a big lack of skill. I don't know anatomy. I never learned to draw with guidelines. So, yeah, I mean, that could be an issue that has to do with that. I find that to heal my art block, I like to come up with stories. I like to come up with characters that I care about and think about them and what interactions and what they would look like, and all of a sudden the ideas start flowing.
Yeah, and I totally understand like not knowing how to draw anatomy because it is a very big topic, but a lot of times
Boxy, hello.
Well, a lot of the time when you want to learn anatomy or just how to draw bodies in general, you would have to understand a process. And so, for instance, proportion is really important for for bodies.
Hey, RJ, how's it going?
Hey, RJ.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
What are you up to these days?
Then you would have basic forms on top of your proportion, and then you would have like anatomical information. So if you practice proportion a lot and understand forms, you're basically halfway there. Or I would even say 70% of the way there. I see a drawing and replicate it and never see the shapes underneath. That's probably one of the problems, right? But it's not like it's a bad problem. It's not bad to replicate.
Just moved in with my GFN, just working. Awesome.
Congratulations.
That's a lot of fun. Back with making YouTube videos. Sweet.
That's awesome.
Has it been a little while? Yeah, we've been working a little bit on growing our Instagram, where we finally got a viral a viral reel on Instagram.
About time. Took a while.
Well, it took a while for us to make something.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
Instagram.
Actually, that is true.
That's fun. What's your next video? I won't tell. What are you gonna be making something about? Recommendations for form practice. I feel like I overcomplicate it all the time. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
a great idea. Here we go.
Let's switch.
Yeah.
Form practice is great. I really like ArtWad. They are almost entirely always talking about what the heck is on the iPad, bro. Something. Form stuff. So, form practice, I would recommend just getting good at drawing cylinders and cubes and spheres. Spheres are just circles no matter what angle you look at it from. I haven't really drawn much today. I painted a little bit. Practice drawing cubes from different angles.
Any recommendations you have, like YouTubers and stuff to learn and study? Because I'm not sure where to start.
Yeah, us.
Us. We have a YouTube channel.
We have an educational channel, a lot of videos on it. Mm-hmm. I don't watch many YouTubers. If I'm going to learn something new, I generally take a class
And we have
or
classes
a
as well.
mentorship. Right? You can practice drawing boxes from different angles. You can be like, what would happen if I looked at mostly the front and a little bit of the side? What would happen if I looked at, part of the left, half of the left, and half of the right at the same time? What would it look like if I looked at, half of the left and half of the right and a little bit of the top? Like, what would that look like? And you can just start like drawing and rotating boxes and drawing them from different angles. This is good form practice. Just fill up like pages and pages of boxes. If you're having trouble, what I like to do is when it comes to a box, right? Let's just go.
Boxes is a lot of people's enemies.
Let's just say we've got a box like this, all right? What I like to do is I like to go, which edge is closest to me? If this box were floating in front of my face, can you find the Rubik's Cube? It's probably in that drawer.
In this drawer. Okay.
If I'm drawing a box,
I'm trying to find it.
is it not in there? It should be in there.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's in there. I just see a bunch of heads.
Where the heck would the Rubik's Cube be then? In that basket underneath there. No, up where the book is. Behind the book.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Thank you. So if I'm looking at a box, if this box is like this, right? Which edge is closest to me? Like physically. You can even get like a little box or a Rubik's Cube or something. This edge is closest to me. So whatever is closer to you is going to be bigger. Whatever is further from you is going to be smaller. How much? Don't worry about it yet. So I've got edge A and edge B and edge C. Edge A is going to be the closest to me, so it's going to be the largest. Edge B, a little bit further. It's going to be a little bit smaller. Because what ends up happening is people draw boxes, but they'll accidentally do them like...
Oh.
They'll accidentally draw them like this.
I was like, where is this box going?
And if edge, A, B, and C, if B is further from me, but it's larger, that's like... It doesn't work like that, right? When things get further, they get smaller. And so I'm not even going to talk so much about like vanishing points and all of that. If you're just practicing some form, just practice drawing boxes and going, we got a line and we got another line that's shorter. So if this line is shorter, then it's further. You can connect them.
What do you believe is the most important to learn when it comes to studying art?
That's
Subjective.
very open-ended. I mean, what kind of art?
What do you want to do?
Like what do you want to do? What kind of art? Because like art is such a wide field, right? Like art is huge. Like there's so many different kinds of art. Will this help me draw Transformers? Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Transformers are
A bunch of
robots and blocks. So yeah, if you want to draw boxes. There's also a pretty good exercise out there called Krenz cubes. And so you take a box in the front and then you rotate it. So you see a little bit of the top, most of the front. Rotate it
How the digital art in general, mostly going for an anime style. So maybe like anime style illustration. Well, lucky for you, we have a school called Anime Art School, which is basically teaching the fundamentals of art in an anime direction.
Well, the fundamentals,
But
I
yes,
would
the
say.
fundamentals for sure.
Yeah, their question was, what do you believe is most important to learn when it comes to studying art?
Yes.
I mean, what I think is the most important is that people understand what you're trying to show, right? If you draw something and nobody knows what it is, I would think that's probably the most fundamental part, right? Does someone understand what they're even looking at? If you want to draw an anime face and people can't tell it's an anime face, I would say that's probably the most important thing. I think opinions on this differ, but you know, it's like if you cook a food and the food is meant to be eaten and enjoyed, then that would probably be the most important thing. And generally, I would say foundation is the way to get there. Like foundation and design. So anyways, drawing boxes.
And this is part of it, what he's doing right now. It's part of foundation.
Yeah, there we go. So this is a good assignment that can help you when it comes to drawing boxes and objects at different angles. These are called Krenz cubes, and it's just a nice little exercise. So whoever was asking about drawing forms earlier, I would do these. So this is the front. This is turned a little bit. Same with this. Turned a little bit. Turned halfway. We'll get one down here. That's turned most of the way.
How are the OCs
Like
from
this?
last stream going? Oh, they're still just drawings.
Now this is the top. This is the front. So we basically made a rotation, right? And you can do this down, you can do it to the side. So what we've really done is we've gone zoop, like that. This is a really, really fundamental exercise that I recommend, you know, practice it 20 times. 20 times is pretty good.
Are cubes better to practice more than circle-like shapes or spheres?
Not necessarily. I would recommend you practice all of them. The problem is, cubes are very easy to tell when they're wrong, so it's easy to like correct yourself, right? If I go, this is a sphere facing any direction. It's facing that direction. Now it's facing that direction. How do you know your sphere is correct? Right? Like, how do you know? Because like a sphere, no matter what way it's rotated, it looks the same. So it's kind of hard to correct it. I would say, you know, cylinders are a little bit better, where it's like, you know, if you're looking at a cylinder and it's just barely turned, versus if you're looking at a cylinder and it's like a lot more turned, it's very easy to tell that this one is rotated more than this one. But if I have a sphere and I rotate it more,
It's gonna look the same.
it looks like that. And it's just like,
Dongo.
right? And I rotate it more. So it would, you'd have to show that with the wrapping lines. Well, we'll do this. You know? You'd show that with the wrapping lines. But it's not like it's bad to do this. I just find that if you're setting up the perspective for something, like a head or a face, you're pretty much always going to get some sort of a boxy element. And so practicing boxes is a good idea.
It's building blocks of art.
Yeah.
Well, you can kind of start with blocks or boxes, and then you can always morph them into different forms later.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, if you're a beginner, how do you check it? Like, how do you know if something is...
Correct.
How do I know what direction this sphere is facing without drawing a wrapping line around it? How do I, like, consistently practice it in a way that will give me consistent results?
And so even if you want to learn the anime style, like you would
Yeah, it's
learn
all
this too.
it's all 3D form, no matter what style you're drawing in. Like, where? Like this, right? This is all just this is all just basic form drawing. Like if you look at the replay of this piece, I just start off with like blocks, right? I'm like figuring out my ground plane. I'm like tilting a box. How do you pause it, dude?
I don't know how you pause it.
Okay, so like I'm figuring out a ground plane. I'm like, do I want to look at it more from above? Nah, maybe a little bit more from the side. And then I'm like, I'm going to put a box and I tilt it, right? And so I'm kind of just blocking out different graphical shapes. I didn't do any line work on this one. A lot of the time I would.
Does
And
forms help with drawing room dimensions?
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, I want to show that room that you did for the anime art school, the lit room.
Lit room? Oh.
Well, yeah, you did that in perspective and stuff. And
I didn't know what you were talking about for a second.
Down below.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah. For absolutely, like this is just a very simple room blocked out with some simple forms. There's no line work for this one either. This is all just rendered forms. You can see there's no lines on the edges. There's some ambient occlusion that could be interpreted as lines, but yeah, I mean, forms are really important. And if you're drawing a room, it's just the inside of a box. Like any room, I mean, unless it's like a submarine, then it's the inside of a cylinder. Mm-hmm. But if you want to draw a room, you can just draw the inside of a box, right? We can draw a rectangle, we can put a horizon line and a vanishing point.
Hey, great. You guys helped me so much with art. I'm so glad.
Here's the inside of a room.
Tara says I sent you another DM.
What? Oh, sure.
Awesome. We'll check it out later. Do you recommend Draw a Box as complete beginner with zero drawing experience?
Draw a Box. I don't really know much about Draw a Box. I've never actually watched it. So beginners tend to swear by it. I never hear any professionals talk about it. Take that as you will. I can't tell you. I've never been through the program. Never even really looked at it. Mm-hmm. I like the concept of Draw a Box. Like that's kind of fun, you know? And I would say it depends on what your goals are, but generally form drawing is a pretty good starting point for no matter what you want to draw. Form drawing is very, very foundational. Like almost anything you draw is going to have form to it, right? You go look at Christina's drawings, all of this is form, right? It's form drawing, the hair, the overlaps, it's coming towards you, it's overlapping the things in the back. You want to draw hands, form drawing, overlaps. This is a cylinder, right? Here's a box. Here's a cylinder that ends in a box. That's the wrist and the lower arm, right? You want to draw anything like this, the bottom of the skirt? It's a cone.
Lampshade.
Yeah, it's a cone. It's like a distorted cone, right? No matter what you want to draw, there's generally going to be form to it. Right? You want to draw environments, you want to draw people, you want to draw backgrounds. Here's a demo I did a little while back. It's form drawing. These forms, these planes are being lit and described. The background is going back into the distance. Everything has form to it. Right? We're not drawing stickers, and even when you draw stickers, right? Like if we were to draw something that's like a sticker, let's just say this. Like a very simple form right here. Now it's 3D, right? As soon as you add an overlap, you're working in 3D space. It could be bent that way. So the form could be going like this. Or it could be going like that. This would be like a very simple torso.
Gloria sent a galaxy.
Oh, wow. Gloria, thank you.
Thank you. They say it's been so long. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Can we get some W's in the chat for Gloria? So like,
wow, another one actually.
Wow, 2 galaxies. Gloria, what has gotten into you?
What has possessed you?
It's been a while. W's everywhere in the chat, please. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just talking about a little bit of form, right? As soon as I add a cap, I could add one to the bottom. Now both sides are facing me like a macaroni.
Macaronis are interesting because it's like a cylinder, but like both of the sides are like facing towards you.
Yeah.
So like I feel like
Or away from us.
Oh, she sent another one.
Another one?
3 galaxies.
That's wild. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much, Gloria.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there anything you want us to talk about?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, form drawing is really, really, really important. No matter what you're gonna get into, you're generally gonna need form drawing, and rendering is drawing plus extra. So I wouldn't, if you're gonna take a rendering class or you're gonna learn how to shade, you should do it after you learn how to draw it, because you can't render a form if you can't describe it with lines.
When making complete, I'm assuming you mean a complete artwork, do you render or on the same layer? I have a hard time understanding rendering.
Wow, thank you so much, Gloria.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope you stay around. It doesn't matter. I'll make a new layer. I'll let render on top. Like, pretty much all of these were just made on pretty much one layer. Like, sometimes I'll start a new layer because I want to test something, but it does, like, it's just technicalities of the medium and anything like that. Of course, if you're oil painting, you can't make a new layer. So, like, technically you could layer, but you're not.
You have to wait for it to dry.
Yeah, like, you wouldn't be able to take the layer off, really. Right? This, drawn on one layer.
Buildings are hard for me, especially when trying to add detail. Any tips?
Buildings are hard for me, especially when trying to add details. I would say buildings are very graphical and they're very functional. So, like, what kind of architecture do you want to draw, right? Like, if you're drawing a building, remember, like, people have to fit in these buildings. How tall is the building? How tall is a person next to the building, right? How tall is a doorway, right?
Understanding scale is very important.
Yeah, how tall is a floor? Where's the ceiling? Let's just say the ceiling's right here.
Oh, it's a 2-story building.
So if we have another person in here, maybe we have like a window right here, right? Their head's kind of tall for the window. Maybe the window is lined up with the top of the door.
Oh my gosh.
What?
You sent another galaxy, Gloria.
Gloria! This is wild. What?
And another one.
No! That's enough. All right,
okay.
we're going to have to put a stop to this at some point. Thank you so much, Gloria.
We can't stop her. She's
I don't know what to
unstoppable.
say. We don't have any sort of a... all I can do is this.
Is there any other stuff that we can
Thank
do?
you so much, Gloria. Appreciate it. Where did you come from? But anyways,
okay.
right?
She's unstoppable again.
This is wild. By the way, I
Gloria.
could just like grab that in my hand. For anybody who's on YouTube, oh, this is getting wild. For anybody who's on YouTube, someone's sending a whole bunch of stuff on TikTok.
Gloria, do you have a character? I would love to draw. I would love to draw them.
Yeah.
Because this is.
Do you have a character that you want drawn?
Yeah. And when we do OC draw, I'll definitely put you on the list, so be there.
Yeah. So people, right? Like, let's just say we got a character, and here's the head, and here's the body. How tall is the ceiling? How tall is the doorway? Where are the windows at, right? Like, when you're adding, like, these things are really sensitive to scale. Where's the balcony? Is there a balcony? Where's the roof, right? People spend so much time studying architecture, design, and ArcViz. Can you draw Gabriel and Davina and their newborn child, but just do that what you think they look? Oops, I sent it twice. Huh?
Are those your characters?
Are those your characters, your OCs?
Or are they like existing characters? I want to apply to school for animation. I don't think I'm qualified enough to apply any advice.
I would apply. If you get in, awesome. If you
Yeah.
don't, there's no issue.
It's
just
try.
apply again later.
Just try your best.
They're existing
character. I don't really know who Gabriel and Davina are. And I would actually prefer if it was a character of your own, because I
You
feel
don't
like
have
that's
any
more special.
characters?
Make one.
But yeah, I mean, if you have trouble with, there was another one which was a question about
Oh, you have one. Oh.
render/color faces. This would come down to form drawing. We have some heads. We can. I actually hate those heads down in there. They're so hard to grab and they're super loud when you take them out. Can you just grab one?
Yeah.
Just any of them.
There we go.
Well, all right.
Any
I
of
guess
them.
that
That was
one's
any
fine.
of them.
Yeah. I was hoping the chibi one wouldn't come out, but it did. Right? If you want to render, remember, this is a 3-dimensional form, right? It's spherical. It's got a little snout. This is the chibi one. Not my favorite personally. Can you grab a different one?
I will grab a different one.
If this is getting rendered, the light is traveling over the form, right? There's shadows.
Okay, grab 2 kinds. This one or this one?
I guess this one's okay. Right? The light travels over the form, and as the form rolls away from the light... Holy crap, that is loud.
Sorry.
No, it's just a dumb drawer. There's no way to make it not loud. Right? The light travels over the form. If you want to render the face, understand how form works. But like what I was saying earlier, if you can't draw form, you can't render it. Like, if I wasn't able to draw this, how would I know where the core shadow goes? Like, if I can't draw a cylinder, and I don't mean just line work, I mean, like, if I can't create a cylinder, how would I know where to put shadows? How would I know where to put this type of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oops, didn't mean that. Had a look at your pinned TikTok, saw the books. Would you recommend them to a complete beginner? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're for beginners. I find that there's kind of 2 kinds of beginner tutorials. There's 2 kinds of beginner stuff. There's like beginner stuff that's sort of like, here's step 1, draw a line.
We got another galaxy.
Here's step 2. This is wild. Gloria, thank you so much.
And
Is that Gloria?
Yeah,
2 more?
Gloria.
No. I need to turn gifts off. Thank you so much,
Thank
right?
you.
Step 2, do this. Step 3,
It's like step-by-step hand-holding.
do this. Step 4, do this. Have you noticed that there's like tutorials out there like this for beginners? Our content is not this. Our content, right? So this is like whatever, like beginner.
Type 1, I guess.
Right? We don't make this. We make, like, beginners will go to an art school or a design school. That's awesome. Gloria, y'all better come back. We'll draw your characters on an OC drawing day.
Mm-hmm.
But
So,
thank you very
have it
much.
ready.
Yeah. You guys are so nice. I love y'all so much. Y'all helped me become a better artist, and this is the returned favor. Awesome. Wait, when is that? We don't really plan them. Usually Fridays.
Usually Fridays, but if you're on the Discord server and you get a notification of what we're streaming about, we'll say, oh, it's Drawing OC's day, So, yeah.
Yeah. So this is like a beginner tutorial, right? Y'all have seen these? It's like draw a line, and it doesn't. There's no like knowledge to it. It's just kind of like monkey see, monkey do, like copy, right? Step 1, draw a line. Step 2, and then you'll still have people who are just like, they never taught us how to draw a line.
They never taught us how to draw.
Like, y'all telling me you want to draw this and you're accidentally drawing that? Like, Gloria, thank you.
Thank you.
I send her. Have to finish her though. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, any OCs? Yeah, Gloria.
Gloria's
Can we get
going
some? I don't
nuts
even
today.
know. I don't even know. Thank you very much, Gloria. Really appreciate it. That's a lot of galaxies.
That is.
Galaxies
I
are
guess
like.
it's like 10.
We got a kitty by us.
Thank you.
Poppy.
Hi, Poppy. Kitty.
Wow, that's wild. Thank you so much. We don't make tutorials like this. We make tutorials like what you would find in a college. And college is... I went to a school that accepted any student, no matter how beginner. Like, half or more of the students that went to the school I went to were complete beginners. They had basically never even really drawn before. You can teach absolute beginners to draw, starting with foundation. Foundation is the only thing between you and professional quality art. It is foundation and lots of practice in applying it. All right, so we don't do this. I would say we don't do that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fun. I would say the word I would use to describe it is maybe like a party trick or gimmicky.
Mm-hmm. And kind of...
Wait.
I guess, to me, if I were to see that, I'd be like, you guys can do that. You know? I'd be like, you guys have the brain power to do that.
Right? What we do is we take you through and we show you how to do it, and we teach you theory, and we have you practice stuff. And so you'll go in here and you'll draw boxes, and we'll have you do these. And they're going to look terrible because you're a beginner, and that's totally fine. Everybody starts there. There's nothing wrong with it. Mm-hmm. All right? We go through, we show you how to do this. We say, here's how to draw a box.
Here's how to draw a cone.
Here's how to draw a cone. We'll just use draw through on this one as well. Here's how to draw a cylinder. Here's this. And you draw these like 500 times. All right? And as you draw them 500 times, your brain does this crazy thing that babies do. It makes mistakes, and it learns from them, and it gets better over time. Babies do not need a walking tutorial. They just watch and try over and over and over.
They fall down, they go back up.
That is how you get good at something. You don't need a tutorial that shows every single line. Otherwise, you're just copying without understanding. What we do is we teach foundation, and you draw these a whole bunch of times, and then you go, okay, I can draw boxes better. This takes a long time to get better at. Every skill does.
When you say 500 times, is it in different angles or the same ones?
Either or, but usually different angles. Mm-hmm. And you experiment, and you go, okay, we'll experiment. It's all about experimentation. The goal is not necessarily, and it sounds contradictory, but the goal is not really to do it right. It's to just do it. Your brain will figure out how to do it right as time goes on. It's like a baby learning how to walk. The baby is like, I'm going to try to walk. Oof. I'm going to try to walk. Oof. I'm going to try to walk. Oof. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll use the couch to, you know, like maybe I'll use the couch and I'll try. Oh, I can stand a little bit. Oh no, I fell down again. Let me try again. That's like how people learn things. So there's like this misconception out there that you learn how to draw by having a step-by-step process like this. And can you learn how to draw like this?
I mean,
I don't think. Like, can you make a box using this method? Absolutely. Can you learn how to draw boxes like people learn how to walk? Not really, because it doesn't teach you, it doesn't give you room to explore. It doesn't help that much. And so, like, whether you use this one or not is kind of irrelevant. It's more about, like, you try it a bunch of times. You experiment, you explore, and critiques are also really useful as well, right? And so then you start doing exercise and you go, okay, I'm gonna combine that, and then you do exercises where you're like, all right, I'm gonna draw a whole bunch of boxes from a whole bunch of different angles, and I'm just gonna try stuff, right? Maybe draw a box from that angle and from this angle, and you don't have to start with boxes.
What time is it for y'all?
I don't know, like 6.
Look
right?
At that.
And you're just like, well, what happens if I connect these corners? So the corner is like back here. So I wouldn't even see that one. This corner will just go like that. This corner is back here, and it connects back in there. We could do that. Actually, I'm going to do this. I should have connected it to this side. So let's do this instead. Connect it there. Connect that one back there. This one connects to that side. This one connects to that side. And then this and this connect.
Hey, Craven.
All right, like starting to like try it and figure it out. And the key is, it's like, you know when you're learning like baseball or some sport or something, like the goal is kind of just to try to whack the ball a bunch of times, and then the person will come over and they'll be like, oh, put your shoulders down a little bit or put your shoulders back a little bit, turn your head like that. Okay, now try it. That's kind of how drawing is. You're like, you try it. You try to draw the box. You try to draw the box a bunch of times. You don't do it right. That's totally fine. Nobody hits the ball the first try and the second try and the third try and the fourth try and the fifth try. It's like, it's more about like going through the motions, and then you kind of improve your technique as you go along and learn things. That's how we teach art. That's how we learned art. It's extremely consistent. You can teach pretty much anybody to learn how to draw. It's just, it's a visual language. You would teach it a similar way. You would teach it a similar way you would teach someone a language. Like, you would try to copy it, and then you try to understand why you're copying it, and it's kind of like this back and forth thing. And so, like, the problem is, like, people will think, well, I can't do it, there must be something wrong with me. Or it's like, no, like, look at babies learning how to walk. They don't go, I can't do it, there's something wrong with me. They just try. And it's like, that's sort of how you learn how to draw. And so we teach foundation, and foundation is like, your perspective and dimensional drawing, your figure drawing, gesture, proportion. Like, there's a bunch of different foundations. Rendering foundation, right? Like, in my classes, I literally bring you through the basics of rendering from scratch, like how to render a simple box, how to render simple forms. I teach you how to calculate cast shadows. I talk about and teach you how to render materials. The iPad does not want to behave today.
You mean the camera or
the camera exposure?
I love this one.
I go through all of this kind of stuff. Like, it's very methodical. This is how schools take people who've never drawn before and turn them into professional artists consistently. I mean, 27 out of 30 people are now professional artists, and the 3 didn't do their homework. Like, that's what I mean. Wow, Galaxies, is there more?
There was 2 more.
2 more. Gloria.
I think Gloria's, sent the most amount of galaxies
in her stream. Yeah, that's 1. I can't even count them all because they all just blend together. 1.
Okay, there's 4.
1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Now, whenever chat talks, it like moves everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
We lost it.
Lost count.
I'm going to guess that it's about 10.
This is what happens. As soon as we start looking at them, it goes, and we lose count because they're all like cloned.
Do you guys know how to animate? No.
No, we don't do any animation.
It would be cool to learn though, but I feel like if you know how to draw and understand how to draw poses and movement, animating will come pretty naturally.
Animation and drawing overlap in many ways. Animation and drawing overlap. Form drawing, gesture, anatomy, figure drawing, rendering, all that stuff is like underlying. Like, you also have to learn that in animation, but no, we don't really animate unless you're talking about like Maya or 3D animation. No, we don't do any of that.
Honestly, all this stuff looks great quality. I'll be definitely checking more of your content. Awesome.
Yeah, and we do have an online school. Like, if you really 15, that's wild.
Oh my goodness.
Gloria, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Thank you. We don't deserve it.
Yeah, we have an online school. It's basically an entire college. There's a whole bunch of different classes. A 12-week-long figure drawing class, a 14-week-long costume drawing class, a 14-week-long rendering and painting class, a 14-week-long perspective and dimensional drawing class. It's all right here. You can check it out. Drawanime.com. It's called Anime Art School. If you want to get good at drawing, if your dream is to like make your own webcomic or manga and you want to learn the basics, check it out here. It'll teach you a lot of those underlying foundations. If you want to learn how to draw like bodies and people, costumes,
painting. If
you want to know painting, lighting, color theory, all that kind of stuff. Check it out here. You can screenshot this. Hey, Lau. How's it going?
I was hoping you guys would go live today. Oh, thanks. And thank you, Gloria. That's very sweet.
So back to what I was saying, like our books, we don't really teach this. I don't believe in it. I think that there's a time and place for timid students to kind of have a little bit of hand holding, and we do have like a little bit where it's kind of just like you can start here, because process is important. Process is important. But we mostly teach like more theory, and then you practice that theory and you apply it, and you're like, oh, okay, you know, like I can draw like I don't know, I'm just trying to think of an example exactly, like, you know, like a square shape language or a circular shape language or a triangular shape language. Do you want to grab a book too?
Yes, here it is.
So for example, what you don't see in a lot of how to draw books is, bro, it's so hard to open. There we go. Books are wildly difficult to open. Circular shape language. Right? Here's some heads that are based on circles. Here's some heads that are based on squares. There's more, right? Like squares, you can take the head shapes and you can morph them and make them different, right? Rectangular heads, longer. Here's heads that are more based triangularly. They're sharper, they're longer, right? This is like the basics of character design. This is book volume 2, by the way. Here's a concept of shape language. Circular outside, triangular inside. So you make the girl look cute but mean. Like this is kind of what a lot of like Disney artists and DreamWorks artists and stuff do when they design characters. They think like, what is the emotion that I want to evoke, right? Here's an orc, but he looks friendly. He doesn't look mean.
It's almost like you want your character or your drawing to instantly register in people's brains without
It's a
having
subconscious
to say a word.
thing.
Yes, it's
This is a subconscious thing. You design for the subconscious, for the brain that understands it from a more subconscious level, right? Here's a guy that's mean but intelligent. Why? Because he's got a triangular, pointy, he looks kind of mean and arrogant, but he's also intelligent. He has this like solid feeling to him. You know, and you can...
Octo's like, I'm twirling my hair, whoa.
It's funny.
Could you make bodies with those connected boxes? I want to see how you draw a body over that, if it's okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, this would just be like kind of basic structure.
How much is your class?
My class, or our class? Our class is for the entire school, so it's actually a bunch of classes. It's not like a class. It's basically an entire college, and it's $497, and you get the entire program forever. Mm-hmm. It's almost like if you go to art college, you pretty much get everything.
Yep. Everything in one nice big package.
Right.
Have you seen Clarence characters? It's literally them. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen it. US dollars, yes.
Yeah. I would start working like this, right? And then you could, right, if you want to start adding some anatomical details, you can go.
We'll see if we get to drawing shoes today. We'll see.
Here's a neck.
I don't think I can get it because I'm not old enough.
Deltoid.
Our youngest is about 13 years old.
Yeah.
But obviously, you would have to ask your parents.
We recommend at least 13.
Yeah.
Right? And so you can start building this out. And these are literally the exact assignments I was talking about and I always talk about, right? If you want to draw a forearm, it's basically just a cylinder that turns into a box. That's basically the lower arm. Mm-hmm. And then the wrist.
I literally did 3 lessons and I'm already 20 times better than before. Ooh, really? You have
awesome.
Anime art school?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah,
That's
that is
awesome. I'm glad.
Yay! Oh, so that makes me really happy.
Yeah, are you going through heads, faces, and expressions?
3 lessons already 20 times better. That is honestly props to you. Like,
yeah, that's
you're
awesome.
Doing the
hey, I'm glad you're going through that.
Yeah, that is great. That is motivation right there. It almost gives me goosebumps.
But yeah, there we go. That's how I would add a body over it. You'd have to study some anatomical information if you want to start,
you know, doing that, you'd have your clavicle.
Do you guys have a website to learn art? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
We have it right here. You can screenshot this. Drawanime.com. It's called Anime Art School. It's the yellow button, and you can learn all about it on there.
I'm doing heads and drawing skulls, and I'm so impressed with how well the videos taught me.
That's awesome.
I'm so touched.
Hey, that's what we're here for. I'm glad you're learning a lot from it.
Yeah.
Yes, it is also the linky on our profile. You can screenshot that. There we go. Yeah, Roblox characters. Yeah, it's like, it's very boxy. I don't even remember what a Roblox character looks like. Aren't they like really
Don't
wide?
they look kind of like Lego in a way? Some of them are.
What do their heads look like?
Uh,
Do they look like? Oh, they kind of look like this.
You know what's funny? Didn't we kind of have? Well, we had a Minecraft character kind of cameo of Miki in our book too. Let me go find it.
I don't even remember what Roblox characters look like. Something like that.
Characters kind of look like this.
That's a Minecraft.
It is Minecraft, but I mean they're all very
Yeah.
boxy. Here, you guys want to see how to draw a body with boxes? Ah, there it is.
Yeah, there's Minecraft Miki.
There's Minecraft Miki.
But yeah.
They always have a smirk, bro.
Yeah, the bacons.
Who are you guys?
I don't know, just some random people.
Yeah, that teach art. This is Colton. My name is Christina, and we teach art.
Who are you guys?
Who are you guys?
Wow.
What book was that? This is our book, Anime Academy: How to Draw Characters. This is our volume 2.
Yep, Anime Academy: How to Draw Characters is our book. We have 2 published books. This is Miki
Miki.
on the front. You can check this out on Amazon if you look it up.
Is that a Roblox character? Which one? The one that Colton drew, or the one that I showed earlier? She's not a Roblox character or anything.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I really, really strongly believe in this. I've worked as a professional artist for a really long time. I have a lot of friends who are also professional artists. I've seen many, 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 many people go from absolute beginners, never picked up a pencil before, to professional very consistently. It's a very consistent process. You put in a metric ton of effort and work and consistency, and you learn foundation, and you make continual adjustments and try things and explore, and it's very consistent.
How to start this?
Yeah. This foundation, and by foundation I literally mean I'll just like select this stuff and move it over,
Colton actually has a video.
because you may go, what is foundation, right? I have a video. What?
You have a video on the fundamentals of art in 2 hours on our YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
I teach some of the fundamentals on our YouTube channel, right? What do we have? We've got dimensional drawing.
Ooh, awesome. So I asked my mom if I could get your course. She said no, but she said I can get your art books.
Oh,
Awesome.
cool.
That is perfect to start with.
Awesome, that's fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we do live stream on here all the time. What is...
Fundamentals.
Yeah, what is foundation? Dimensional drawing. That's a big one. Understanding how to draw objects in 3-dimensional space. This includes perspective, vanishing points, 1, 2, 3-point perspective, right? Rotating objects, form drawing, drawing shapes and forms,
Good. Understanding good shape design.
understanding, well, that would be under design,
Oh, that's true, actually, yeah.
right? That would be this kind of stuff. Form drawing, or, you know, you could draw this from any angle you want. I could be looking at it from the bottom and look up at the top, and it could be this. See how you can actually change the direction you're looking at something just by drawing form lines over it?
Okay, we have a few questions. So if I were to practice first, it would be form/perspective, anatomy, and then color and shading?
It's not so incredibly rigid. I would definitely recommend learning basic drawing skills before coloring and shading. Because it's like, if I can't, like, if I'm doing this, how can I shade this? Like, where would the shadows be? This is like a form that doesn't make any sense, right? I can't shade this because there is no form. It's like a contradictory, impossible form. So if I can't draw a basic form, right? I'll draw that better for a second. Hold on.
We also
Let's
have another
just look
interesting
up at it.
question. Off topic, what exactly is an art portfolio? Is that what you would show employers?
Yeah. It is. Hold up though.
Yep. We'll answer that in a bit.
Right? I would be able to render this for sure. If you have a light source coming in at an angle, you'd be able to render this. You'd be able to map out your core shadows, your light and your dark side, because it is a form that is working. There is a logic to it. It's a volume in 3-dimensional space. Dimensional drawing, right? Design is a big one.
Hi, I'm an inspiring artist and animator, and I have a question. Feel free to ask.
Yeah, feel free to ask. Design is huge. Not a lot of people talk about design.
Design is what makes things look good.
Yep. Right? Color theory.
Is learning the basics more valuable on paper? It's too easy to fix shapes on digital.
No. It's
Either
not
or.
better or worse. It just is like it just depends. Whatever you want to do. A lot of the time people will teach traditionally because mistakes are more punishing and you tend to learn faster. But I've seen people go pro doing either. What's up? What else? What else do we have? Figure drawing. Costume drawing. There's a lot. But there's kind of like core ones. There's core ones. Like dimensional drawing would come before, or at least you'd want to have a handle on it in order to do lighting and rendering, figure drawing, costume drawing. But you kind of like improve at drawing. Like the reason that drawing a lot and mileage is so important is that a lot of these you kind of get better at passively as you just draw a lot. As you draw a lot. Composition, that would go under design. Dimensional is perspective, yeah. You could definitely break composition into its own. I just kind of grouped it in with design, though. There's a lot. Like, there's a lot of different... there's brush economy, value grouping. Like, these would all... I would just include all those under design, right? There's...
painting? Well, I mean...
Painting would probably just go under light or rendering. But, yeah, painting, like, could be its own thing. Like, your painting skills. You could do that.
I find that painting and rendering are quite different because painting is like implying things, but rendering is showing more. But
right? And this list would go on and on and on and on. And if you could break any of these down, I would actually legitimately just go visual library.
Oh, that's a great one.
Like your brain's database of what things look like.
How do I find my art style and art? I've been drawing and copying other people's art, but I still can't find the art style.
Your art style will develop naturally based on what you're interested in. You could just go that route and never even think about art style once in your life. Or you could decide what you want your art style to be and do dedicated studies in order to get better at it.
Yep. And I also think that like your style also depends on what do you like.
Yeah, what you like, what you tend to draw is how you develop your art style. If you like using saturated, bold colors, then then your style is going to have saturated, bold colors.
And also, if you learn foundation, all this stuff, your style will evolve with it.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of the time people will be like, well, I want this style. I mean, like, oh, you mean just foundation? Like good perspective, good lighting, good colors?
Like that is a lot of the time what people mean. They'll go like, oh my gosh, I love this artist style. And it's like a well-drawn box. It's like, oh my gosh, I love this style. Color theory? And not to like dismiss anyone who like there is style to it, like, right? Like it's how things are interpreted. But it's like, honestly, a lot of the time, people gush over the style of someone who simply just has good foundation. It's like, you mean a good gesture? Or it's like, you mean good costume drawing? Like, your style is just going to develop naturally, right? It's like, oh my gosh, like people would look at this and go, oh my gosh, I love this style. I'm just like, it's just basic form drawing and color theory, and I'm just exaggerating the shapes a little bit, right? I'm making things larger than life. I'm making them a little bit silly. You know, I'm separating my light and shadow. I'm pushing the cool and the warm between the light and the shadow. I'm drawing with a white background, which emphasizes the silhouette. So I'm focusing a lot on large areas, medium areas, and small areas. This is design. Like, this is basic design, right? Here's warm bounce.
Why does that
Being bounced up
so good?
by that, right? This is painted from imagination. Like, this is just design. Here's a white ribbon in a shadow with blue skylight. If I color sample this, it's just like kind of a very middle desaturated greenish blue. But like, you know, it's a white ribbon, or you know, it's at least like mostly white ribbon. Right? How I've chosen to imply the texture of the basket. Like, I just looked at a basket and I'm like, well, like, and I think in my head, like, it's kind of just like this, right? It kind of goes in. How the heck do these things even work again? They kind of go like this.
Woven together.
Is it like that? See, I even forgot.
I think it's, well, I guess to some extent.
Oh, I know. It's probably got to be like this.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like
Yeah, there we go. I knew I was missing something. So I just like look at a woven texture and I just be like, okay, well, what do we got? Well, we got the light hitting more right here, less right here.
Scoop. There we go.
And I'm just like, okay, woven texture. We'll just do this, right?
How do you go about keeping drawings consistent, like characters, for example? I have a hard time keeping my characters' faces consistent. Do you mean consistent quality or making them look the same character? Because consistency in terms of like the quality of your drawing will come with time, the more you draw them. But if you struggle with like getting them looking the same, that will be a little bit different, but still also the same.
That's just what I'm doing, except I'm just lightly implying it. I don't think the basket that I looked at was woven like that, but that's kind of just like what I'm implying. And so these dark strokes are the under bits. The dark stroke is like this part, right? It's like this part right in here. And the light strokes are these going across. And just by kind of implying a couple of them, I've already have a style that's developing, right? Like, some other artist would render this in a completely different way. And it's just how I choose to show something. But it's all foundation that allows me to do that, right? Like, it's all foundation. It's understanding that these are like partial cylinders.
What was that?
What was what?
There was something on your arm that looked like a cat paw. Or like when you were drawing and
Oh,
and stuff.
no idea.
It was interesting. I don't know, but it says 4 new messages, so that probably was.
Oh, wow. More gifts.
Go hamster. That was probably what it was.
Gloria.
Oh my goodness.
What is this? Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I seen that. I thought there was like a bug on me. I was like, ooh.
Oh.
But like, I'm just kind of rendering that, right?
Do you need to have an art degree to become a professional artist?
Not at all. You
Really?
just need a portfolio.
So they were asked that person was also asking about portfolio. Like, what is it really?
What is a portfolio?
Is it
A
just something that you
portfolio
say?
is just a showcase of your work. It's like, what can you do? Like, what are you able to do, right? And I kind of just implied that simply, but I'm using low contrast. Why am I using low contrast? Because I don't want it to take away from the other more important parts of the image. I need detail there, but I don't want it to grab attention. How do you keep detail from grabbing attention? You make it low contrast. Gloria, thank you for all the roses.
Yes, thank you.
This is art foundation, by the way. Like, when I was talking earlier, this is design. Like, when it comes to design is really just directing people's attention. Like, I would say at its simplest, Directing attention. Yeah, I would say at its simplest, design is about directing attention. Where do you want people to look? Design is like, if I've got a bunch of circles everywhere, I'll have like big circles and little circles and medium circles. And I have like one triangle in here that's like dark. Your attention's usually going to go to the triangle, especially if the circles are arranged in a way that kind of like point towards it. Like maybe I can make some leading lines and I just go, okay, well this one, maybe I'll pull it up here and I'll kind of make like eye paths to it. Or even like an S curve, maybe through. Maybe I can do something like that. And so I'll just go, okay, I'll put my bubbles or circles or whatever kind of along this. And I'm just going, where do I want people to look? I want people to look along this line. So I can come out here and there's a bunch of tools I can use to do it. I can use color. I can use contrast. I can use value, contrast of value. I can use repetition. You can Google the principles of design, and you could use any of those. Repetition, contrast. I can't name all the principles of design off the top of my head.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
Is there a way to create the illusion of movement in a drawing of a character?
Yeah, that would generally come down to your gesture. And there's certain things that really imply movement as well.
Oops, that was me.
Oh. There's certain things that really imply movement. What?
How do you make your art style consistent? I struggle to keep an art style.
Learn foundation. Your art style, again, is just going to naturally develop based on what you like drawing and what you study and what you know about. Like if you draw a bunch of robots, it's going to influence your art style. Consistency is about foundation. Like decent rendering.
Thank you again, Gore, for all the roses.
Yes.
You're going nuts today. That's crazy. Thank you.
Like consistency, it's like these levers. It's like I could draw in this style consistently 100 out of 100 times. Why? Because I know exactly what levers I've pulled. I've gone, I'm pushing the lights warm. I'm pushing the shadows cool. I'm using funny proportions. I made the, what is that, tempera giant, right? I'm using kind of low contrast in the shadows.
You can even create a little checklist of things that if you want, what you want to keep consistent in, like
Yeah.
what decisions you're making.
And so I did another one. And this was the second one that I did. And it's very consistent to the first one. You put them next to each other and they feel like part of the same project, part of the same world. Is that my iPad? Can you grab it?
Yes, it is your iPad. Here you go.
Why? My art. You want to see something that's not consistent with this style? This. Or let's go to this one. This is another artwork of mine. It is not consistent with this style. Why is it not consistent? I have not pushed the colors. Everything is realistically proportioned. It's very gray. The lighting is more realistic. There's a lot of atmosphere. There aren't silly sushis everywhere. It's like realistic. There's a little bit of cute stuff in there, but it's like, it looks nothing like this. Because it's just a series of levers. It's a series of levers. Like, I go in here and I'm like, there's a lever. And I've dialed up color. And realistic proportions, I've dialed it way down. It's not believable. Shapes. Here is complex. Here is simple. I have dialed it down like here towards the bottom. This is what goes through my brain when I'm thinking of art style. This is how This is how you do art style. If this was a face, size of features, eyes, big, small, right? How big are the eyes? Are they big? Are they small? How realistically am I rendering things? How real, like materials. Materials. How realistically are they rendered? Not very, like kind of, but not really. Mm-hmm. So maybe like, I'll stick that one in the middle. You can change your art style if you know foundation. You just take these little levers and you move them around. I bump color up. I could take color down. What did I do? What is this piece? This piece, oh my goodness. Color, much more realistic. Realism, launched all the way to the top. Shapes, very complex. Materials, a lot more. Creates the effect of more realistic work. What about this one? Colors, pushed a lot. Shapes, pushed a lot.
Stylized material.
This one's much more realistic. It's a little bit like stylized, but not a lot. What about this one? A little bit stylized, not a lot. This is all part of the same project, by the way.
Any recommended
This one's-
resources?
What?
Any recommended resources for narrative artists rather than visual artists? I don't know what narrative artist is.
Like that. Where can I find your works? You can find my art.
Colton drew all of those.
Yeah, these are all mine. On ArtStation. I'll have to apologize. These are all relatively old. I don't really have a lot of recent work. This one, it's kind of in the middle. It's stylized, but it's also a bit realistic. So it's kind of like realism. This one would probably be more like 60%. These are dials, right? These are levers. So whenever someone's like, how do I keep a consistent art style? You've got to have the ability to keep it consistent. If you don't have any fundamental knowledge, you can't keep it consistent because you don't have any like point of reference. You don't know if you don't know color theory, how can you max it out or make it minimal? If you don't know perspective, how can you break it or fix it? If you don't know rendering, how do you know if you're not rendering realistically or you are rendering realistically? So it's like, if you want to change your style, learn Art Foundation and then manually turn the knob and go saturation, full, silliness, full, ridiculousness, full, right? That's
cuteness.
Yeah, cuteness, aggressive, right? Like all that kind of stuff. Like this is very stylized grapes. These are very stylized grapes. The colors, the rendering, the material is being implied with shapes. The colors are being exaggerated. The forms are being exaggerated. The painting, this is just silhouette down here. There's no rendering down here. It's just silhouette. We've brought your attention to the focal point up in here, which is just this highlight. And as we get further from the focal point, it kind of acts like a target where the further you get out in rings, the less detailed it is.
Well, it actually is very similar to how your vision works.
It is very similar to how your vision works, yes. You're just directing attention, understanding how vision and everything works. But yeah, you can find my work on here. Colbert ArtStation, or you can look up my name, ArtStation. Let's see. Like, I will preach it to the end of time. If you want to get good at art, you gotta learn foundation. You need to know what levers to pull. Like, learning foundation unlocks. It's like unlocking better gear in a game. It's like unlocking a skill tree. Just teach about rendering.
Or skin rendering.
narrative artist rather than visual artist, you mean like... I mean, narrative artist is someone who focuses a message. Pretty much all art is about a message.
All art is basically a narrative.
Yeah, I would say look into probably maybe like comic making classes or storytelling classes. Like generally you're going to have characters interacting, like antagonist, protagonist, and there's going to be some sort of a thing happening, characters interacting, but there's always a story. Your brain is incapable of not adding a story to stuff.
Even if things look visually pleasing, that is also a story, like because of the foundation.
Who was it? Oh, it was who's that guy that is really fun? Ian McKegg.
Oh, okay.
He had a class called, I don't even remember what it was.
Story.
What was the class called? But he was basically talking about how every single artwork has a story to it. There is always a story. Look up Ian McKegg. Was that his name? Ian McKegg?
Well, he was even saying how like even someone looking straight at you at the camera is a story.
Yeah,
because
like
it's a story.
You want to see a story. If I look directly at the camera like this, that's a story. It is. If there's a story behind that, there's some sort of a story. And now the story can be like really complex or it can be a simple statement. I would look into Ian McKegg. He has a class on schoolism called narrative design, or I don't remember what it was called, but he talks extensively about that. He's a fantastic artist.
You want to spell?
That was scary. Exactly. That's the story. I think I know how to spell his name. What is it? Ian...
I like the orange.
Ian McKegg?
Yeah, I think that's how you spell it.
He has, what was it? Narrative storytelling or narrative or storytelling in your art. I don't remember exactly. It's paid, by the way. Like, schoolism is kind of expensive. It's like $300 a year.
Last says, I wish you guys saved that one test stream. I should have recorded it. Bro, that was a long stream too.
That was a long stream.
Your data would be all gone.
I like schoolism a lot. It has a lot of really good classes. I find it's most useful for people who are like already professional level and are wanting to get better. Mm-hmm. It's not really a foundation school. The reason we built our anime art school, by the way, is because we felt like there was a lack of foundation schools out there. Like, you've got real schools like FZD, which isn't even around anymore, and Art Center, and you've got like colleges, but there's very, very few, if any, schools online that are like colleges that take you from one place to another. There's like a bunch of websites that have a bunch of classes on good topics, but very few of them will have actual like structured classes that you just take in order, do the homework, watch the lessons, do all the practice, and then move on to the next. Like, that's kind of how college worked. That's how like FZD worked. He worked in Star Wars. Oh, Ian McKegg's worked on everything. He's a legend among legends. Like, my favorite artist that I look up to, he's a legend to them. Wow. Ian McKegg is very, very good. He's old school. He's like storyboarding for movies in the 80s with graphite pencil.
That is just
classic,
amazing.
like that kind of guy.
What is schoolism?
Schoolism? It's a website. It's what's his name? The guy who makes Bobby Chu. It's his website. There's a whole bunch of classes on there. I like it. It's really good. I would say schoolism is one of the most worth it subscriptions on for art. Like, there's a lot of classes on a lot of topics. The only thing is there's no order to take anything. Like, it'll be like, oh, here's a class on making awesome watercolors. Here's a class on doing portraits with a blue pencil. Here's a class on getting better at whatever, storyboarding for animation. You know what I mean? They're kind of like classes that are really, really, really good, taught by professionals, but it's not really a foundation school. It's more like it's good for people who
know what they're doing.
Yeah, who kind of already know what they're doing. Like, oh, here's a workout to get you better at perspective. But it's like more of like a workout, like an exercise routine.
It's taught by that guy. He has one of the classes.
One of the classes is taught by him. I think he did I don't know if it's a class or if it's a guest lecture or what. This guy has classes all over, by the way. He's been an artist for a really long time. He has YouTube videos, magazine stuff. He's taught for lots of different things. I think he even taught for like Noman back in the day with like Scott Robertson and Fang and those guys when Fang was like early 20s or something. That's wild.
Maybe
What's up?
I need help with hands. Most of the time I struggle with the thumb part of the hand. I should make a video. Maybe the next long form video should be on hands. It's not a bad idea.
Teach skin rendering. Yeah, skin rendering. It depends on the lighting. You can make anything a skin color.
That could be a skin color.
This is skin color. All right? And again, it depends on the lighting. I think there's a little bit darker.
He said that like basically anything could be skin.
Anything can be a skin color. It's not the color, it's the way it responds to light that's important. It's a material. It's a material that can be any color. This could be a color palette for skin easily. And you just go, okay, we'll make a cool light. Here's a cool light. There's my color palette for this skin. You could make a character with this skin color and use these colors and it would work. Like, skin is much less about the color. It's much more about the material and how it responds to the light. When the material, and I know you hate this because it's not the kind of answer you're looking for probably, because people want like what do I do? Just give me the answer. But the problem with that is the answer is a lot of the time a lot more nuanced. As this form turns away from the light, you're going to get an area that has more saturation because of the subsurface scattering.
So it gets quite saturated.
And on a graph of matte to shiny to like literally like chrome, like reflective, like a mirror, skin is like here. It's a little bit reflective, but it's not very reflective. Wet skin is much further in this direction, but and you can have patches of wet skin on dry skin. And so you get a patch of skin that is right here, and you get a patch of skin that is right here. And again, this is like foundation stuff. So teaching skin rendering. And another thing is texture shows up in cores. Texture likes to show up in core shadows. Why? Because that's where it's casting shadows. And then you can come here and you can go, oh, maybe we'll have a warm light, lighting the skin from this side. Skin, it doesn't matter what color you make it. It's the material, the properties of the material that matter.
Welcome back, Gloria.
Like that. There's a skin color that you could use. It's quite reflective here. I'd probably tone this down quite a bit. You could render a character with that. Do you want to just draw like an anime face and use this?
Sure, why not?
There you go. You can use those colors. Skin is much, much more about how the material responds to light than the color.
Looks fun.
To do just like an anime sketch or something, I don't care.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really that foundation. I know we talk about it a lot, but like I honestly, like if someone wants to become a professional or get really high level, I don't think there's any reason whatsoever for them to waste time doing anything but starting to get into foundation. Like, if you're a beginner, draw all the time, get a sketchbook, fill it up completely with anything and everything you can draw. You need mileage as well as foundation. If you already have a lot of drawing experience but you don't know foundation, I would say just grind out foundation. Like,
It's a simple but difficult process.
it's simple conceptually, it's difficult to do. It takes a lot of hours. But it's very straightforward. It's like getting to the moon. Pretty straightforward. I'm here.
Go up.
I want to be on the moon. Not very easy to do. You also make a manga. I want to. We do want to.
We do
have
want
a couple
to.
stories in our minds. By the way, thank you for all the roses, Gloria.
Thank you.
Very, very kind of you.
All right, we'll do this.
And now what she's going to do is she's just going to map out the lights. The lights and the darks.
I like to just map out with just like one color first.
This is basically getting design out of the way, like figuring out what are you gonna do on her, like butterfly lighting with shadow on the neck, or do you want to do like half lighting?
I was actually thinking,
half lighting,
yes, like Rembrandt.
So this is the part basically where she's just designing shapes, like based on her understanding of form rendering. Christina is designing shapes.
Ooh, look at that. Okay.
How do you get rid of bad habits as an artist? You replace them with good habits.
Yep. Replace them with good habits by what would you say is a bad habit in art? Because like we gotta understand like what are bad habits.
Yeah, it really depends. Like a bad habit could be something like, I don't know, really scratchy lines. And you could replace that by doing a bunch of drawings where you don't pick up the pencil a single time. Or bad habit could be when you paint, you always make the brush strokes the exact same size, which can be intentional. What bad habits do you want to get rid of? Because I mean, it's kind of like a case by case basis, but generally you would want to replace them with good habits.
Yeah, like I'm imagining this is like a night scene, and this is like the lit side, like maybe it's lit by moonlight, and this is the shadow. So then I'll basically match like all my colors to fit this vibe. So like if I want black, like black hair, I'm obviously not going to make it super warm.
I was thinking that's actually the skin color.
Oh, that is actually the skin color.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
I
Then
mean,
we
it
do
could
that
just
too.
be a result of the lighting easily.
Yeah, that's true, actually. That is true.
And that's a decision that you have to make, basically. Is this the actual skin color, or does the skin just look that color as a result of the lighting?
Yeah, that is true.
My bad habit is drawing the same thing over and over again. My bad habit is not trying enough stuff. I think we found a pretty common bad habit, which means that would be a good idea for like a YouTube video. Like expand, like 30 days of expanding your drawings or expanding what you can draw.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, there you go. Skin color. Wow. And she sampled it directly from what I did.
Yep, and it looks good.
If you were
we'll do this.
if you were to go here and you were to pull up this and you were to say, by the way, this is skin color, people would go, you're out of your mind. This is just literally any color could be a skin color.
You know why? It's because your brain can contextually tell that it's skin. Like based on the way it's rendered, based on like how it's, on the face.
Your brain is very good at understanding context.
Yeah.
Very, very good. There you go.
Skin tone.
So it's much, much less about the color and much, much more about how the material responds to the light.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk. Wait, I want this to be pretty bright. There you go.
I was gonna actually grab this down here.
Oh, heck yeah. Let's do that. That could be like a dark elf skin tone,
And then we could get some like warm bounce coming from like the bottom.
Foundation, chat. Wow.
Could go a little bit warmer, a little bit brighter.
Should we do some on the... Oh, yeah. That's good.
Now she has a
Ooh.
candle. Or not really a candle, maybe something warmer than a candle.
That's sick.
How to do flash lighting, like the flash of a camera. That would pretty much be like angle of incident lighting, and you'd probably get little shadows around the edges. Shadows like just underneath of the forms. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Make this a little bit brighter. She's actually super cute. I like her.
Can we get an ack? It's been so long. We just had one earlier because of Gloria.
Ooh.
I missed it? I don't know, did you? What else do we have? Oh, we have this one. Forgot about that one.
Oh, yeah. There, now she has a gemstone on her head.
Yep, cool lighting. Notice, look at this, chat. Notice how Christina took this green. She took her color wheel right here, and she pushed cooler. You didn't push cooler at all. You
Did
just,
I?
Well,
Did I not?
it would be cool. Well, we'll
Huh.
just do this.
Yeah. It just looks cooler for some reason.
It does look cooler.
Even though I didn't really change much. Ooh,
And then down here, what?
Yeah, I did go warmer on the bottom side.
We could even go through here and do something like,
Yeah.
we could do something like that.
Look at that. Why does this look like a character that Lau would make? Real cool. I wish I could understand color theory. If you want to know color theory, understand value first. Because I could turn this into whatever color. But it reads value-wise. So, like, if I turn this and change saturation, it still looks good, right? No matter what color it is, it still works because the values work. Like, that works really cool, actually. You know? There we go. That's the original.
How'd you give her blush or makeup? First decide on what color the blush or makeup is.
Yep. Like, for me, since her skin is more on the purple side, I would actually choose my blush similar to this tone because it's very, very saturated, and blush is very saturated. It's like subsurface scattering kind of on steroids.
What color blood does she have?
Yeah. What color blood does she have? Exactly. And so I'm pushing the saturation of the blush now. I feel like I'm doing this more of a stylistic choice. I'm making it very bright because I don't want this to be mistaken as a shadow. So I usually like to put my blush like quite bright. That's more personal preference, but you can definitely go darker and more deeper, richer in color if that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Here. You can even go a little bit darker in the shadow. Ooh, fancy eyeshadow. Yep.
You could do that kind of thing. You could make it light. You could make it white. You could make it gold. You could literally have it like a golden spray. That's
I wanna
like
try golden
maybe
spray.
they have like a stencil, right? And then she closes her eyes and they go,
Yeah.
and there's like gold.
And that shines from the bottom light or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Is it recommended to use thinner or broader brushes for sketching? Oh, that's totally up to you.
Totally up to
There's a
you.
lot of pros who use
it
very thick sketching brushes and very thin sketching brushes. I notice Michael Hampton uses a very thin brush when he sketches. But if you look at someone like who's that guy? Kevin was showing us his art recently at his house that did the bud
Ooh,
things.
I don't remember.
Fight Punch. He uses really, really thick brushes. Almost like graphically.
Wow, that's cool.
It's recommended to use either. I strive to be the kind of teacher who doesn't try to lock students into a particular style. Like, it's kind of inevitable. People are very influenced by their teachers, and that's not a bad thing. But I strive to be the kind of teacher who doesn't push too hard to make students turn out a certain way. I'll very rarely say, oh, this is bad, don't do this, or that's good, do that. And it's very hard because it kind of goes against your instinct. Because you have preferences.
And sometimes people want to be told what is right and what is wrong, you know?
Yeah. No help of the students, by the way. The
Yeah.
students are like, tell me what to do. How do I do it? I'm like, well, there's no one way.
I can't tell you what's right or wrong.
Why do I understand value in traditional art, but not when I do digital?
Sometimes it can get overwhelming.
Yeah, it can get overwhelming. Sometimes your brain just shuts off. When I started oil paint, like, I've been a professional painter for a really long time, but when I started traditionally painting, it took me like numerous paintings for my brain to like not break every time I look at a canvas. I'm
To not
like,
miss.
seriously, like, when you take up a new medium, like, you just need I would say just try to put a bunch of hours into it. Put a bunch of hours into it. I totally know what you mean though. Like, I can do professional artwork all day long doing like digital, even just with very minimal tools, like one brush, one layer, no undo, just like traditional. But when I first got on a canvas,
It was very hard.
it just shut my brain down, and I think it's just unfamiliarity. You just gotta put in hours and practice. That would be one of my answers. The other answer is, and I don't know, I've never seen your work, you might not understand value as well as you think you do, but I'm assuming you do, and so that's kind of what my answer was geared towards. There you go.
Have that gem in here too. That's fun.
And she just color sampled directly from the colors that I picked.
Yep. Wow, I like this green more. That's fun. I like that gold and green vibe. It looks like kind of tribal.
Yeah, it's cool. I feel like Kitty. Toby!
Toby! Hi there. Trying to understand math, but I can't miss out in Draw Anime Academy Live. Oh boy, that will be brain overload for me. I can't do math and teach, and I'm trying to understand art.
Did you wake up from a nap?
Maybe I'll do a little bit of rim lighting,
Did you wake up from a nap?
like moonlight type lighting, and then something that people miss when it comes to ears is how saturated they could be when light passes through them. So I think adding some extra hot areas in the ear will work really nicely.
You're so cute, Toby. Come on. There you go.
I'm kind of wondering if I should make this like that. That's really pretty, actually. I'll keep it like this. Have to keep persevering with that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think the hardest thing about art is persevering and just keeping on going. Even
Yeah,
after,
it's a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Owning you is a marathon of frustration.
Hi, Toe Beans. He's so cute sometimes when he's in your arms like that. Are you using custom brushes? This is a custom brush, but it's not our brush. I mean, we give it for free. Where is that card? There it is. You can get this brush on our website, drawanime.com. It'll work it's a Photoshop brush, and it'll work with Procreate. It'll work with Clip Studio. I'm not sure if it'll work in IBIS Paint unless someone actually makes this brush for
Can you
IBIS
take
Paint.
this headphone out?
Yeah,
Thank you.
there we go.
You cute.
What app are you using? This is Procreate. Are you guys married? Yes, we are married.
Yep.
How can you tell? Cute. Love it. I love the pink jelly beans. They're so like, they're so tasty looking. Cute. But yeah, skin tone. This can literally be anything.
Are you gonna meow?
And siblings. I still
Yep.
think that's hilarious.
Meow.
Try something.
Yeah, that's a good boy. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. Sometimes adding a background to it really makes things look interesting. Like, how would the colors respond now?
Yeah.
So I'll just remove this background.
I knew it.
Bye, Octo. But yeah, anyways, if you want to know about Foundation, we teach Foundation in our anime art school.
Yes.
This is our website. It is the yellow button, literally labeled Anime Art School. Super important to learn Foundation so you can do stuff stylized or realistic. And that is what we teach. So yeah, feel free to check that out if you're interested. Or even DM us if you have any questions about it. We always appreciate questions from you guys. Hi, Toby. You're so cute. You're just a cutie. I'm losing the ability to draw people. Keep drawing it. You're not losing it. You're
Can you
just
put the card back for a sec?
Yes, no problem.
Go ahead and screenshot that. That is our website, by the way. That's a URL. Put that into your browser, or you can find the linky on our profile. Going down. Go. Are you gonna start yapping?
Let's add a little bit. Oops. What time do you guys do the classes? This is all self-paced, so this is all pre-recorded, and you go at it at your own pace.
Yeah. By the way, chat, I've been cooking up something awesome for future streams. We got some of Edgar Payne's armatures printed out. Toby, I'm teaching a lesson here. Yeah, we got some of Edgar Payne's composition of outdoor painting armatures here, and we're gonna cover them in a future stream. These are super duper mega important. I do talk all about it in our classes in Anime Art School, but we'll have this sometime soon on a stream. Talk about environments and composition and how to build a background. I would say backgrounds are one of those really misunderstood parts of drawing and painting.
Yeah.
Really, really misunderstood. Because it's like what you expect to learn, what you expect to do when you draw backgrounds is like detail, 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 trees, leaves, bushes.
Rocks,
But
water.
What you actually do is it's all about the armature. It's like the gesture of the environment. What's up?
If you want to find our previous live streams, we're also streaming on YouTube.
Yep.
And so these will be saved as VODs.
Interior backgrounds are underrated, I think. I really like interiors.
These are really cool.
I've had a lot of fun on different projects doing interiors. I find it's really fun to work with interiors graphically because you can have a lot of point lights, you can have sunlight coming through windows. You tend to get like really interesting setups and situations.
What if there was like a character with green skin?
Orcs.
Orcs,
Like
yeah.
an orc goblin.
So warm. Shadows tend to get pretty warm on for skins. And then we'll do a little bit that orange.
I've been going through Yuming Lee's class. So good. What a good painter. Just phenomenal. Oh, by the way, guys, we got oil painting classes starting on Wednesdays, so we're probably we're not going to be streaming on Wednesdays anymore, but we have been discussing maybe doing for Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays for a little while. Mm-hmm. Not sure. We're still discussing it. How did Toby go off?
I don't know.
Is he just kind of chilling? Laying?
Yeah.
Probably.
I want to try a different kind of face shape.
I hear him.
He's probably behind the green screen. What pen do you use? If you're talking about this physical pen, it is the Apple Pencil Pro. If you're talking about the brush, you can get it on our website, drawanime.com. It is the green button that says digital brush.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've said this before, but like you hear like there's kind of this. I've seen a thing recently, right? Mm-hmm. And they say there's a curve of how much people care about brushes. And they go, there's like beginner, intermediate, and pro. And this is like how much they talk about brushes, right? So this is like 100 and this is like 1. And so they had this curve that was like this. Like they say, oh, pros don't talk about brushes very much. And I'm just like, y'all must not have worked professionally very much, because the curve actually goes like this.
Real.
That's a really weird line. The curve goes like this. Pros love talking about brushes. It's like, have you seen race car drivers and how much they talk about cars? Have you seen, like, pros talk about brushes all the time. They just know it's not going to make them a good artist. But, dude, they're always like, hey, you got some new brushes I could try? They're always trading brushes. I get so many brush packs from my friends, and they're just like, dude, I've been using this new brush. It's so good. And I try it, and I'm like, dude, this is so good. Intermediates who think they're good like to say, oh, you only need the basic round. And they're not, like, wrong. You don't need a complicated brush. But how much people talk about brushes? Pros talk about brushes all the time. That's like one of the only things there is to talk about. They talk about like higher level design thinking and like brushes. Like, hey, I made this new brush that implies the bark on an oak tree as it turns away from the light on a somewhat cloudy day. Like, they make these really specific brushes. That's why a lot of professionals have these super massive brush packs, because they just make their own brushes that save them time with different effects. And beginners will go, oh my gosh, that's the secret to drawing good. And the pros are like, no, like, I'm trying to save time and make more money.
Yeah.
Like, that's what pros do. But then pros will trade brushes and talk about them all the time. Like, Lane Brown, he has a really big brush pack.
Good.
Tons of, like, he has literally made brushes that, like, mimic a lot of the,
old painters.
like, old famous painters. Like, he's got, like, a Sargent brush and a Zorn brush and a Loomis brushes and, like, all kinds of brushes that he made. He spent years making those. Literally years making those
it's
brushes.
his passion project.
So I saw a meme on Instagram. They're just like, pros don't talk about brushes. Yeah, right. Pros do talk about brushes. That's all they talk about sometimes.
That's so funny.
Lane Brown, LaneBrown. He has made a couple of really cool brush packs. I bought them. They're great. Super cool dude, too. I actually want to interview him on our YouTube channel. He said he would do it. I messaged him a long time ago.
Because he made that really fun,
Funny comment.
yeah.
I'm reaching out to you, Lane. It's time. He's such a good artist. He's great. Even Robert Limler follows him. Yeah, he's great. Super good figure painter. He's made a lot of good brushes that do a good job at mimicking real mediums. I don't know if he has, like, I think he has some, like, tutorials. I know he teaches classes at, like, CGMA or something. Why does this guy remind me of Nijima?
It's not a guy, it's a girl.
Okay.
I will add lashes, don't worry. But it kind of does look like a guy, right? Like a stylized.
Emperor
like...
Kuzco. Literally.
You know what? Let's make this a guy then. If people are like saying it's a guy, we'll do it. That's funny though.
Kuzco.
Cusco?
Did you just say Cusco? Who just said Cusco? I love Queso. He's so funny.
He is really
Did
funny.
bro really just say Cusco? It's good stuff.
Whoa! Look how vibrant this red is on the green.
Huh? Oh wow.
Is it because of simultaneous contrast? Let me check. No, it's just quite dark.
Yeah, it's
and very
dark.
saturated.
Red is quite dark.
Yeah.
Red is especially that red. You gonna make it a girl? Do it.
Fine, I'll make it a girl.
What
There's a few
exercise
ways.
should help me learn human proportions?
Draw a bunch of skulls. Get one of these. Seriously. Get one of these little teeny tiny skulls. Draw it a whole bunch of times from a whole bunch of angles. This will make you way better at human proportions.
Mm-hmm.
Female Cusco. That helps a lot. There's a lot of good exercises. Just basic proportions, right? Circle. Add an extra third. That's kind of the height. A third and a third for the brow ridge and the bottom of the nose.
She was blonde.
Proportion, human proportion, or head proportion.
Head proportion.
And you can draw a bunch of simplified heads. You can try the Loomis method. I'm not a huge fan of the Loomis method personally, but it works. I like the skull.
I like using the skull and incorporating that into a style.
Yeah.
Should we do blonde or should we do black hair? Oh, and another thing about coloring skin is that they have a lot of gradients. Like anytime you're looking at a face and it's kind of looking a bit flat, decide what I want a gradient to show. Like what if I want light, but then I want like, I'll have it gradually get darker. And that actually infinitely makes it more interesting because it's just so simple. There's like hidden complexity.
But don't mess up your values. Don't make the gradient so strong that you're starting to break the group of values. That's really big. Unless the gradient is like, unless you're like half lighting a character, in which case the gradient is kind of the whole point.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I should make it just black hair. I like black hair with this kind of character. Looks kind of like Egyptian. I'll make it a warm black. Although, to be honest, I feel like I kind of made the gradient a bit too muddy. I'm gonna lighten it a little bit.
Well, if the gradient was that strong, the neck would be way darker.
It would be way darker.
Like you could totally have a gradient that dark. It just has to be consistent.
Yeah.
What are you cooking, Colton? I'm cooking a kneaded eraser.
Cooking and kneaded rice. It's kind of fun. There's definitely areas in the face that like to have a lot of highlights. Like in the corners of the eye like that, you'll see some
Peaks and
brightness.
valleys.
Peaks and valleys.
That's what they say. Highlights tend to show up in peaks and valleys.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the points at which surfaces become parallel to the light source.
That's what it needed. Needed more eyebrow shape. It's kind of fun. Maybe this person will have markings. Actually, markings are really good to add form. So anytime you're adding markings, imagine how the skin or how the tattoo is rolling over the face. So
You
I'm
know,
using-
funny enough, Liberto talked a lot about how he uses decals on spaceships to show the form.
Ah,
And he really, really likes adding decals that go over very specific form.
that's
It's basically like
cool.
little ribbons almost.
Yeah, it is like, interesting.
It's true in everything. I saw that I was I was subscribed to his Patreon for a while, and he talked about that. And he gave a bunch of examples. He's so good at painting.
That's so cool.
His stuff is so good.
Lau has an ack withdrawal.
Really. What has Lau done today to deserve an act? How many Mikis have you drawn lately? I'm having a Miki drawing withdrawal.
Real. What if I just made the hair longer? Sometimes this is how characters are made. You just try different stuff and you're like, do I like this? Do I not like it?
Today was a really busy day. I'm pretty busy. I don't know if I have time for an act. Drawings silliness to do. It's funny.
I always find it kind of fascinating how like different hair buns can be wound up into coils and through from a shape, create these kind of looks. Working on head homework right now, and I'm trusting the process, but seeing my OC's bald is giving Colton vibes. It's
That's
so
great.
funny. You will put hair on them soon.
That is great.
Maybe we'll add like an earring. Silver. I like gold. Gold really makes things feel a lot more like sophisticated. What if the gold earring was like here? Oh, that's fun.
More gold, huh?
Yeah. Gold makes things look royal. And also like kind of mysterious, I think. Hello. Took a flight, an Uber, a subway, and train, and I arrived to my apartment not so long ago. Girl, were you on vacation? That sounds fun.
Took a flight and Uber, subway, and a train. That's wild.
That is wild.
Wow, traveler extraordinaire.
There's my little doodle. Elf Cusco. At this point, yeah. Ooh. Let's do little coils. Like that. Even with these shapes, I'm trying to show the cylinder of the hair strand that's going through it. That immediately adds form. Add a highlight. Maybe add a ring around this. Who's this? A random character.
What time is the next stream? Probably tomorrow at 5 Pacific.
Mm-hmm. That's what it needed, some highlights in the eyes.
Where's my phone?
There is your phone. What tea do you guys recommend me getting? I only drink one something Russian. I don't know what tea.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm a really big fan of Earl Grey.
Earl Grey is so good. Earl Grey is so good. I should have made a pot of tea today, but I didn't. But I made myself a black tea latte instead. Maybe I'll make some later today. Earl Grey is so good. One time I had an Earl Grey milk tea and I didn't like it because I thought it was like this tea's kind of weird. But now I really like it. I'm like, it actually tastes really floral and really cool. Cool drinks.
In order to keep up on streaks, I just spam S.
S?
Like, I just send everybody an S.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is, I'll say S and they'll say T. And then I'll say S again.
You don't want the alphabet.
They don't want the alphabet. Oops.
Earl Grey's amazing. Yeah. Hair rendering? Hair rendering is basically like ribbons. It's basically compound cylinders. Here's a ribbon. And then you decide, okay, so highlights form in peaks and valleys. So that means where's a peak? Here's a peak. Here's a peak. And sometimes they'll even appear sometimes down in here if it's like really reflective. But generally you'll see a lot of highlights coming from this direction because maybe your light is coming from here and it only makes sense for the light to hit this part, right? And then all you have to do is, of course, this will depend on your hair color, but you shade from dark to light. So this is dark, gradually goes into light, then goes to dark again as it goes away from the light. And it generally gets pretty dark in this area, and then it slowly gets a little bit lighter and dark again. And you just rinse and repeat, rendering a ribbon.
Colton doesn't watch my videos anymore. I'll get back to you on that. Sometimes I do. I watched a couple of them lately.
Shape of them? So the reason why highlights tend to be kind of jagged is because there's a lot of hair follicles combined together and they all have different bumps and ridges. So when you have a highlight, this is kind of what happens.
Oh, I watched that semi-truck getting hit by a train. I watched that one.
What?
I saw the Among Us one that you sent.
Right, so if you like squint your eyes, a stylized version of this would basically be like, okay, here's a zigzag, but it's wrapping around the form of this strand of hair. So that's why these zigzag lines happen, is because this is what's happening. But you can really make whatever shape that you want. Like some people use literal circles or ovals for them if you want like super hyper stylized. That's kind of what I'm doing right here.
Yeah.
See, dark, light, dark. Here's
Like-
essentially the form of the cylinder.
Realistically speaking, it's just light bouncing off of a bunch of little reflective cylinders.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely stylize it in almost any way that you want. It's very, as long as it reads as a highlight, you could literally use like Little Among Us.
Yeah.
Dang, you know what would go super viral?
What?
Make an Among Us brush and draw like a realistic Among Us with it.
That's funny.
Or make an Among Us brush and draw like a cute anime girl with an Among Us costume on. And then you make like an evil version where she's like eating another one.
Oh my.
That would be good.
Yeah. It can be zigzags and it can be, you know, different kinds of shapes. Like for me here's like a much more curved shape, but it's not exactly zigzags, right? But it still has the same concept of rendering the cylinder, and it wraps around the head like a.
I love that one. That one's really nice.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, like this one is rendered a lot more simple, has more curvature rather than zigzags, but it still feels like hair.
I had an experiment. I'm not gonna keep this.
Do it. Actually, make sure it's on a different. Make sure it's on the right layer.
It's not gonna be a lot
Okay,
of
here
stuff.
we go. Do it. I thought of that, but I feel like yours is way better. Now it looks like a Woolop character.
It does.
That's probably why it looks very pretty. It's because it's
Yeah.
like a Woolop character.
That is really funny. Woolop, very good artist. Lot of
We'll do it.
very
Intricate.
the usual details.
Yeah, the usual details.
I like it. It looks great.
Oh, and then there's generally a thing on top to connect it to the head, like that. Just pretty. Name these beauties, or I'll do it myself.
You'll get too worked up over practice characters.
I
You
know.
funny enough, this is what happens. It's not like this is happening right now, but I do notice this is that a lot of the time people will be like, I'm going to become a professional artist. Let's do it. And they'll draw one character and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I love this character. I have to name them and think about them and this and that. And then they stop practicing, doing their practice assignments and homework and everything. And they only just make like character sheets of their character. Who does this? Anybody?
Well, me, kind of.
Y'all put off doing homework and practices because you get too
Excited about a
too
rando.
sidetracked by a rando character that you made. I see it happen all the time. All the time. I mean, it's fine that happens. It's absolutely slowing down progress if your goal is to like become a pro level artist. But it's fine that it happens. Like, don't call me out like that. I just see it a lot. It's funny. Like, I love it. And it's funny because we encourage people to make OCs and stuff, and I think it's great. Like, I love looking at people's OCs and characters. But, like, you draw one, you're like, I'm going to do 500 drawings. You do, like, number 5, and you're like, ooh, I like
so
this
attached.
character.
And then
495
sidetrack.
drawings never get made.
That is what ends up happening. I do that. I do that too. And then that's how people end up with a ton of OCs. They're like, I just love this one so much, I have to do it.
Yeah, it's funny. Do the rest of the 500 as that character, but who does that? Did you do it, Fox? Where's your 500? Let's see it.
Taunting her.
What time do we usually go live? We usually will go live like around dinner time, 5-6 p.m. Pacific.
There you go. I like her. She's cool. She's pretty.
I feel like her name would start with an R.
R. Rena?
Has your 1,000 heads thingies going? I have about 300. Rhea.
Oh, Rhea's pretty
See,
cute.
that's not that bad.
I like that.
Rhea. My daughter Rhea.
It's pretty good. Should we add an H at the end?
Rhea.
We just won't do that.
There you go.
Rhea.
Rhea.
I kind of like the with the H in here. It looks more exotic.
Rhea. Rhea.
There you go, chat. Named.
She's named. We have not tried the new Procreate brushes. Why try the new ones when we have this best brush that you can get
Yes.
on our website,
For
drawanimate.com.
free. This brush ain't even for sale. It's just being given out for free. Look at that. I've never tried it at all.
I never tried it.
Didn't even realize there was a Procreate update until
We saw it look different.
until like way later. It's not even an ad, it's just for free. You can also get it in our Discord server by typing !brush in any channel.
I'm hungry, are you? Meal prep's about done.
Maybe-ish.
What are
kind
you
of.
drawing for? For, I don't know.
Drawing for survival.
Yeah.
Oh my god, WAP mentioned? Yeah.
I don't think I follow WAP on anything.
I'll keep it like this. Kind of like it without that highlight
What highlight?
on the nose. I was gonna add one like this.
Oh, there's a lot of
It's just a
highlights
lot of
going
highlights
on.
going
They're
on
starting to
already.
read his lines.
Yeah.
Like that one on the cheek, I don't really know where that's coming from. Is there an extra really bright light to her lower left?
Nah. I think it actually looks better without that rim light. It looks more less cheesy. Subtle.
You know what happens all the time? For some reason in FZD, for some reason FZD
Students are really bad at rim light. They just kind of draw like a colored line work around it, and they're like, oh, it's rim light. Like an FZD student would do this.
Is it because they saw Fang doing that?
Yeah, because Fang would sometimes do like
they do like that.
Oh no.
they go like that, and then they'd go, oh, there's another light on the bottom right. It's like they haven't figured out like the nuance of like rim light yet.
So they do like that.
Oh.
It looks horrible.
It does
I
look
see it all
horrible.
the time. I mean,
Yeah.
FZD hasn't been around for years. But sometimes Fang would be like, oh, sometimes I'd just be lazy and add a rim light like this, even though that's not how it works. And all of a sudden, all the students are like, yes.
Yeah, I have to do it.
Why is it that every time a teacher or someone who's really good is like, oh, make sure you do this, no one ever does it. But every time a teacher's like, oh, I do this, but you shouldn't do it, everybody's like, yes,
I have to do
I
it
have
now.
to do that. Oh, I see that so much. Don't do this. They do it. Do this. They don't do it.
I draw for fun. I draw because I like it. I mean, like, obviously I want to draw because I want to also, like, get better and draw my own stories. But, like, a lot of the time I just drew because it was fun.
Others draw because they have to make a living. That's how Kevin is. That's how
Yeah.
Kevin was for a long time.
And hey, it is pretty darn effective to get hired as an artist and use that to get you better. Like,
You
Bro.
want to get better? Get hired as a full-time artist for like 2 or 3 years. You will get better. Especially if it's like an intensive job that really requires you to push yourself. Holy moly.
Yeah.
You will get better. Like, I remember Kevin got his first work at like Volta, and they stuck him on some long projects, and just so much practice. Like, you know, you're doing 8 hours plus a day every single day.
Bro, that's good. That's good practice. It's a catchy part of the song.
But funny enough, it can also kind of hold you back, because if you get hired to do something that's not really what you want to do, that happens with people as well. Like, they'll want to be, say, a concept artist, but they'll get hired as like an illustrator for like an indie game, and they'll do that for 3 years, and they'll only like develop their skills on that side.
Double-edged sword.
It can be. I usually recommend people try to get it employed as fast as possible, because then it's just paid practice, but you kind of have to be a little careful with it. Like, if your goal is to work at like at Blizzard, right, and you work on like an indie game, you got to be really careful that if your goal is like legitimately to work at Blizzard, you got to be like making progress towards that, or it's never going to happen.
Right.
What was his name? I interviewed him. Not we. It was a channel that I ran. I interviewed him on the channel that I used to run. He's like one of Riot's main splash artists now.
Wow.
What was his name?
I don't know.
That was years ago. He was Burin's art director. Cool dude.
On ArtQuest?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bro, what a thing that was. That was a fun experience. I'm gonna be talking in the future about streaming. It's like, oh man, remember Anime Academy, man?
Oh yeah.
Man, we streamed for like 2 years. That was so fun.
What program would you recommend for Android users? I don't know. I don't use Android. This brush you can get on our website, drawanime.com. It is the green button. I heard that Ibis is good for Android, I think. You can just look up art apps for Android on Google. It's better for you to just Google it than ask us. Crazy how there's just good free art programs out there nowadays.
There's us.
Oh, there's us. Nice. Medibang's cool. Bye, love. Have a good night. Oh, we got an Abby that joined. That's fun.
Did we?
Yeah.
Abby. That's Kevin. Let's send that to him. Good night, Lau. We should probably head out. I want to go through more of Yuming's
It's a good
course
idea.
tonight.
Do it.
I feel like this piece needs...
Do it.
maybe not.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's super subtle.
Yes. I'm keeping that. Warrior princess. Well,
Is she a warrior princess?
I don't know. I don't think so. She just kind of looks like a warrior to me.
Does she?
A little bit. Like, I can imagine her holding a spear.
What about the princess from Clevities? She was cool.
She's
really cool.
The crown princess, she was really cool.
Yeah.
Are you taking Yu Ming Lee's course?
Yes.
He is, yes.
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, it's a pretty high level painting course. Like, I wouldn't really recommend it for beginners just because he's talking about like really advanced concepts like high level value grouping and simplification, but I don't think it would hurt anybody. It's just if you take it and you don't have any foundational skills, I would say just be aware that it's like it might not be what you're looking for. However, I really do recommend it. It's a very good class. I would love to take a mentorship with that guy. Oh my gosh. It honestly reminds me of taking like this oil painting class with Robert Lemler. He's just like so high level, and his brain is 100% focused on like compositional shapes. Mm-hmm. It's like his brain is just wired for it now. It's funny that this started off as a how do I color skin demo.
Yeah.
Because it's like the color of the skin does not matter. It's how it responds to the light.
Mm-hmm. That is so true.
It's more of a form and material rendering exercise. The color, green, red, purple, gray, blue, yellow, anything. Like orange, it could be any color at all.
Really, honestly.
Will this be uploaded on YouTube? Yes, we are streaming on YouTube right now. Draw Anime Academy is our name. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yu Ming's one of my favorite painters. He's so good.
Academy on YouTube. He is really good.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good deal. What is it, like 300 something bucks for his class?
Wow.
I don't remember. I can look on his Instagram.
Oops.
Why do heck? Yu Ming Lee. Instagram. It's on sale for 197 bucks.
Oh,
35 lessons. Shapes and value, shapes and form, color and light. Ooh, I'm so excited for some of these sections. Edges.
Ooh. If you had to restart your art journey, would you do anything different?
Yeah. I probably would. Okay,
I
bye.
would
No, I'm kidding. Would you?
I probably would.
What?
I probably, it's hard to say because I really do like how I started because it really, made me the person I am today. But if I were like, I probably would have started with hardcore fundamentals if I snapped it. If I did it with a snap of my fingers, like understanding more dimensional drawing first, being more well-rounded rather than just doing a bunch of anime stuff.
I would focus more on having fun and storytelling. I think it's really good to go hardcore on foundations and fundamentals, but I think it would have been a lot better to approach it from a more fun, like make my own characters and worlds and stuff standpoint. But I did have a pretty fun time. In the very beginning, like I was so obsessed with getting a job and I had a mentor. He was a really, really good mentor, but he kind of killed it for me for a while. Because he was really, really, really picky, and he would say like, oh, that design, or like, oh, this design sucks. And it's like, later on he was like, no, it doesn't suck, I just don't like it that much, or it's not really my thing. He was British, and he was like very
Opinionated.
He kind of, and I didn't know that, so he would say like, nah, that design's trash or whatever. And I adopted this mentality of like similarly to his, where I would always be like, no, like this sucks. And I got really, really bad at self-criticizing, and it burned me out for art and made it not fun. So I wouldn't change much other than I would really, really, really avoid self-criticism and instead focus on positive reinforcement, and that would be the main thing that I would change. It took me a long time to get it back and start enjoying, because I would judge everything that I made, and it would be like, it wouldn't be this fair judgment. It would almost be like a judgment from not myself, from like someone else. But I got my creativity and my passion for it back. You can get it back. It's not gone forever. You just have to rediscover how to do that. Do you like pigeons? Yeah. I have a friend who has a couple of pigeons that she rescued.
And wears diapers.
Diapers. Diaper pigeons.
Diaper pigeons. I do like the academic art style. It's really cool. Like, part of me wishes that I was more classically trained.
We've considered, there's a school in Connecticut called
Lime Academy.
Yeah, Lime Academy, and that's
tempting.
That's tempting.
So tempting.
I think it would be fun for a professional artist who has a background in like industrial design to go through like classical painting, plaster cast studies with charcoal, oil painting, color mixing. Like, I think that would be really fun.
Yeah. I still would love to do that someday, like as a legacy thing.
When you say a background has gesture, do you mean singular objects or the entire scene? Probably the flow of the whole scene, more so. But you have to understand, we do art almost purely for fun these days. Like, I'm not the kind of person to be scared of making a living. Like, I much more prioritize enjoying my life than living out of fear. Like, obviously you have to make a living, you gotta make money, you gotta have jobs and stuff, but like, that is not that's not something that, the fear of not having that is not what directs my life. I've met a lot of people who, like, they are just mortified at not knowing where they're going or what they're doing, and a lot of them, like, I just don't think they live that happy of lives. Like, I think they're gonna get to the end of their lives. They get very
anxious.
Yeah, like, I don't ever want to get to the end of my life and be like, wow, I always wanted to be an author. Too bad I was terrified of everything and never did. Or, wow, I always wanted to be a professional artist. Too bad I was absolutely terrified and never did. Like, I don't think I want to lie on my deathbed and be like,
I was scared my whole life.
I literally never did any of the things I wanted. What was even the point of my life? Yeah, like, I always wanted to be a streamer. I talked about it for years. Christina knows.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I talked about streaming so much. I thought it was so cool. But I'm also patient with it. I'm like, I don't have to do it now. I could do it later. And I'm like, maybe I'll never do it. But I'd like to stream at some point. And then we found ourselves streaming. Mm-hmm. Like, I always wanted to be an artist. I liked art. I always want to make my own comic. I want to make stories and stuff.
Make your own anime.
I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, I need to go to, I don't know, engineering school because that's how I'm going to be safe financially. I need to go to this because that's how I'm going to be safe financially. And, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, other than I'm not a big fan of living my life running away from things or living my life in fear. Like, if you're an engineer, like, by all means. One of my best friends is an electrician. He's loved it. He builds his own RC cars. He has a really good thing going on. He absolutely did not choose his career out of worry. He chose it because he's passionate about it. Mm-hmm. And I'm just under the belief that if I work really hard and I'm intelligent about it, I can pretty much do all the things I want to do and also have enough to live.
It's true.
When you guys draw a full body, do you start with the head or the body first? Neither. Mostly proportion.
Yeah.
If it's a full body,
I would probably start with where the top of the head is and where the bottom of the feet are and get the placement right. But a lot of the time, and now that would be like if I'm drawing a character in a scene or something, I usually will start with the torso. If I'm doing a full body, I'll sketch it in. It'll be like, if I'm drawing in, I'll usually start with this part. I'll start with the gesture, and I know that this is half of the body. And so I'll just duplicate that half down. And now I have the full size of my body. And I would think, like, what's the gesture here? Is it like that? Where's the weighted foot? You know, maybe the weighted foot is like this. Maybe this leg comes out and back.
Cute.
Right? What is this arm doing? Is it coming out like that? Maybe this one's coming up like that. Right? And then I would adjust based on that. This feels a little bit short to me. You do the torso a little short.
It's very simple.
Yeah. Proportion, gesture. But if it's like a character design and it really doesn't have any gesture to it, maybe it's like an A pose, like, I wouldn't really start with that so much.
Yeah. And the other drawings.
Yeah, Master Magic, I remember that.
Huh?
Asking about for the school thing. Remember when we were getting the kitties and we were at Dunkin' Donuts?
Oh, yes, I do.
And you like interviewed me for that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just my way of doing things, by the way. By no means, you don't have to take my advice on it. My tolerance for risk is pretty high.
Well, those Dunkin' Donuts hash browns are so good, though.
That's small.
It is small. Now it's big. I'm kidding. It is tiny. I need to paint more.
Can I see the other drawings when you're done? There's not really much on this canvas.
We talked mostly a lot about fundamentals. Here's this other one. Here's some hair.
This was a stream where we spent a lot of time talking about why it's important to build foundational skills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't think you're gonna get. I do admit that it is very high level for me. I know you Ming Lee class through iCager. What's that? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm interested in hearing more.
What he drawn an iPad Pro 13.
You're definitely not gonna get held back by going through his stuff. Like it's good stuff. It's good content. You're not gonna shoot yourself in the foot by learning learning about high level principles.
Yeah.
But like by no means do I mean be dumb about pursuing a career. I wouldn't just cross my fingers, close my eyes, and yeet myself into a world of like, I feel like doing this. Like the key word is, if you want to be an artist for a living, go about it intelligently, but try not to sacrifice the reason you did it to start with. Like I wouldn't just be like, I'm gonna just start painting and it'll work out somehow. It's not an anime.
It's not an anime. That's true. It's not a shonen.
Yeah, you gotta be smart about it. Be intelligent, work hard.
Have a plan.
And I would also say the ability to pivot and adjust and see things for how they are. Like if I were to go into art and design, I would basically go, okay, if I want to do concept art, I'm going to talk to a bunch of people who are professional artists and who are doing it for a living. And I go, what's required? Realistically, how should I get there? What do I need to practice? What do I need to do? What are the salaries? Like, how much do you make? What skill level do I have to be to make that? Realistically, how many hours is it going to take me to get there?
What can I do in the meantime? Do I have to make a living? Be intelligent about how you apply yourself towards your goals. Because I see a lot of people who will like kind of just throw themselves at something without thinking it through or really understanding how much work it takes or the nuance, and then they'll fail at it, and they'll be like, well, I tried and it doesn't work, and now I'm going to dissuade anybody else from trying.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to make my own art that makes me happy. I don't want to work for someone else with my art. And that could be like your non-negotiable, right? And it's like, how, like, is that realistic? You know, and you just ask yourself seriously, just be like, can I realistically do that? Make art for myself. Okay, so I gotta make a living in some way. So can I make a living while also doing art on the side? And you go, should art be my career or should it be my hobby? Can I figure out a career that gives me a lot of free time to work on my hobby? Can I realistically sell my work so I can draw, make whatever I want without working for someone else? Like, I would kind of approach it in that way. Not like telling you what to do or anything, but like if I had that as a goal and that was like my non-negotiable, because that's exactly what we do. We make it whatever the heck we want. I don't work for anybody right now. We just draw whatever we feel like. So like that for me is like a non-negotiable. But you also have to understand, it can be really fun doing client work. I had so much fun doing concept art. I wouldn't dismiss working for someone else with your art because client projects are so fun to work on. Like, if you have a favorite video game, like, I don't know, if you have like a favorite video game and someone told you you could work on that video game as a designer for like the next game in the series,
Holy crap. That sounds awesome.
I would be like, sounds like a great opportunity. And I would be working for someone else with your art. Little Miss Raina, hello.
Hi.
Welcome. That was loud. And everybody's path and also everybody's goals are going to be a little bit different. Everybody's like, your tolerance for risk is going to be different. Your people's ambitions are going to be different. And I think like a lot of the time, like a lot of our chat, they're pretty young. A lot of people are in high school and they haven't really started thinking about this stuff that much yet, but you will. You definitely will in the future. I have certain friends out there who really inspire me. Like, they succeeded almost every single thing that they do. And I don't just mean succeed, they kill
Like,
it.
they thrive.
They thrive. They're just thriving at any new thing that they do. They have a really good work ethic. They're really intelligent. They just have like this ability to approach a new topic, figure out what makes it tick, and get really, really good at it through a lot of work.
It's kind of crazy, to be honest.
Trying to learn anatomy and drawing bodies right now. Awesome.
Awesome.
How do I study the planes of the face?
Get a head model.
You could grab one of these. This is an Asaro head, A-S-A-R-O. We 3D printed this one ourselves, but you can find models online that you can rotate and draw it a bunch of times from a bunch of different angles to the best of your ability. And that's what I would recommend. It's a really solid model for the planes of the face. Most pros
Love it.
love it. Yeah, it's a very good model. There's other simplifications of it. There's some pretty good ones out there.
Don't I love like the classical painting look, like Rococo style paintings that are just so like just smooth.
Tried and I don't don't know how to put the features of the face after. Just keep
keep doing it.
practicing with it.
You're not gonna get it for a long time. You just have to
Yeah.
keep doing it. It's nothing's wrong with you. Like you just gotta do it.
Yeah, it's that's literally like how it should be.
You
Like,
gotta try like a
you
million
saying
times.
that is completely the path. Like that's just the path. Trying it, not knowing how, trying it, not knowing how, trying it, not knowing how, trying it, it doesn't turn out. Like that's literally just how it works. You just try it a bunch of times and you know, I would recommend practicing, you know, your dimensional drawing skills but a lot of art is just
Throwing
trying to
yourself.
walk, falling down, trying again, falling down, trying stuff. You know, learn how to draw boxes. I feel like she would have white hair.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know. Proco's good, yeah.
Proco's great.
Proco's great. Any head drawing method is good. It just takes a lot of practice. So get ready for it to be a marathon. Who are you drawing? She's just drawing a random character, probably.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna draw the same character.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, but and who knows? Maybe she's the twin.
I didn't know.
Oh, it's a fine. I think white hair looks cool, so I'm just doing something random.
Right now I'm drawing scenes for the first page of each chapter of my second book, and it's definitely a process. Yeah. I know what you mean. We have 2 books, and it is certainly a process.
It really is.
And it evolves and morphs and changes. It's fun though.
It is.
I want to wrap up before it gets too late. I want to
do
keep
it.
going through this class.
Yeah, sure. Totally fine. All right.
How did we meet? We met on Artemino on an app. For sure, lots of fun. To bring my words to life via drawing. Awesome. Yeah, it's fun. Very fun. Well, good luck on your book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Yeah, Amino. Bye-bye, everybody. I'm going to go paint. I'm going to go paint. Thanks for the art hangout. Yeah, we'll probably be going live tomorrow as well. And don't forget, if you're new here, we have a Discord server. You can go check it out here on this linky right here, the link on our profile, or you can just send us a direct message and ask for the invite, and I'll send it to you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Nelly, for the roses.
And yeah, we'll be going live tomorrow.
And don't forget, check out Anime Art School if that interests you about learning the fundamentals. And yeah.
All right, everybody.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, YouTube.
Bye.